Hey traders, or soon to be traders, my name is Krista, and in this video I wanted to share my story. I wanted to share the real raw story of how I went from building and owning multiple gyms for 15 years plus to making just over $30,000 in my first 7 months of futures day trading. I had zero background in finance, no guru, no courses, really just a lot of drive and a whole lot of trial and error. So if you're someone out there who's grinding and trying to figure out this trading thing and you want to know more about who I am, then this video is for you. So I spent over a decade building a successful gym business from the ground up. I loved building a community. I loved pushing people to get stronger, not just in the gym, but outside of the gym. I was a coach at heart. I still am a coach at heart. So if you come trade with me live, you'll know that I love to help people and I loved running my own business. But when I became a mom, everything shifted. I wanted more time freedom. I wanted more time at home with my family, but without sacrificing that ambition that I've always had to win and to build wealth. I have the drive to make CEO type money, but I also want to be at home with my kids. And I want to be the mom that's there for everything, volunteering at every field trip and coaching every soccer team. And unfortunately, the world says that you can't have both. That's kind of when I discovered futures trading because it promised something that I never thought was possible. A career that matched my drive and gave me the flexibility to live life on my own terms. So let's be real, the learning curve is brutal, and I'm still in some of that learning curve. I didn't come from a finance background, like I said. I didn't take a fancy course or hire a mentor or anything. I first got introduced to the idea of trading in general through a crypto network marketing company back in 2021. And the company basically was giving buy and sell signals that I was just blindly following and ended up losing quite a bit of money because if you know anything about Bitcoin and crypto, that's basically when the previous all-time highs were. So I never really tried trading again after that because I kind of felt like I got burned, even though obviously it was my responsibility because I never really learned anything. But at the time, I was always pretty curious about the charts and investing. So fast forward to now, when I was introduced to futures, I decided to actually learn myself this time. I was not looking for a freebie course or buy sell signals. I wanted to actually learn. So this was back in September of 2024. And I spent hours, and I mean hours, on YouTube watching everything that I could get my hands on. I researched ICT concepts, order blocks, EMAs, MACD crosses, RSIs, trend lines, supply and demand, and everything really. And I found a few strategies that made sense in my simple head, and I really honed in on those strategies, trying to become an expert on them. So VWAP, 15-minute initial balance, session volume profile, and the 15-minute opening range and 60-minute initial balance. So that's kind of the strategies that made sense for me. So I really dialed in on those and practiced those. I began simplifying everything and focusing on price action and understanding volume and building a system that made sense to me. So little by little, things really started to click. And all of that research and introduction to futures started back in September 2024. And at the time of recording this video, we're in July of 25. So I found what worked for me with my personality, my schedule, my risk tolerance, and I've just been refining it every week since then. So as of the recording of this video, I've made $30,000 in profit within my first couple months of futures trading. So what is that, 9 months? That's not $1 million, but it's real money in my pocket. And more importantly, I'm building something that's sustainable. And I can see that my dream is becoming a reality. My dream to look like a stay-at-home mom to my friends because I'm at every event for my kids, all while making CEO money. So if you're in that same spot that I was in, starting from scratch, feeling overwhelmed, but knowing deep down that you've got what it takes, I hope I can give you some encouragement with my story. You don't need a mentor. You don't need a perfect course. You just need drive and the time and the willingness to keep showing up. So if you want to follow my journey or learn more about how I trade, I'm not there yet. I just want to share my journey with you, the ups and downs, and I know where I'm headed. I see the future. I see so much potential with this. If you'd like to follow me on that journey, then subscribe to my YouTube and come trade live with me every day. I'm here free trading on live on YouTube. And also click the link in the description to join my free Discord, where I'm sharing the strategies that have gotten to me where I am today and the tactics that have worked me. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great one.